aha moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouaga only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I will praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Bouaga
our people all. So break the bricks, we're standing tall. CDC will rise through it all. Let's go break our grounds, let's go make them shame. In unity there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty CDC. All in. CDC. All in. CDC. 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 All in. You've done your worst, the world can see. But truth and time will set us free. Laugh if you want, but wait and see. The mighty CDC's destiny. Let's go break our grounds, let's go make them shame. In unity there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty CDC. All in. CDC. All in. We are strong, we belong. CDC all day long. Wear your berets, wear beat the drum. A new beginning has begun. Let's go break our grounds, let's go make CDC. All in. CDC. 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 All in. You've done your worst, the world can see. But truth and time will set us free. Laugh if you want, but wait and see. The mighty CDC's destiny. Let's go break our grounds, let's go make them shame. In unity there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty CDC. All in. CDC. All in. We are strong, we belong. CDC all day long. Wear your berets, wear beat the drum. A new beginning has begun. Let's go break our grounds, let's go make them shame. See there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty CDC. All in. CDC. All in. CDC. All in. CDC. All in. Come on. Hey. All in. CDC. They tore us down with hate and shame. They play their games, but we remain. They thought they won, but they don't know. You can't break what's in our soul. We're not in the walls or halls. We live in the hearts of our people all. So break the bricks, we're standing tall. CDC will rise through it all. Let's go break our grounds, let's go make them shame. In unity there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty CDC. All in. CDC. All in. CDC. 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 All in. You've done your worst, the world can see. But truth and time will set us free. Laugh if you want, but wait and see. The mighty CDC's destiny. Let's go break our grounds, let's go make them shame. In unity there's power found. We are supreme, the mighty CDC. All in. CDC. All in. We are strong, we belong. CDC all day long. Wear your berets, wear beat the drum. A new beginning has begun.
Thank you very much. When Arthur Ashe found fame, he did not close his eyes. He did not forget the many who could not share his fortune. When Arthur Ashe found fame, he used the equity of his celebrity to shine a light on ignorance and spark global understanding. Tonight, we honor another man who found fame and who chose not to forget, another man who begs the world to see and to understand. His name, like his country, may not be well known on this side of the Atlantic, but we're talking about a giant. His name is George Weah of Liberia. George Weah is one of the greatest soccer players of our time, from a nation where chaos has been the rule and where children are born killers. Spit upon, his house burned, risking death over and over again, George Weah has nonetheless gone home again and again and again. His relentless message of hope defies reason in an age of mindless terror and bottomless hatred. But this is a man born to be a striker, born to finish what he starts. George Weah refuses to close his eyes, and George Weah will never, ever let us forget how much work there is left to do.
I'm 16 years old. I was born 1988, October 22nd. I was a leader. I was major. I used to lead 31 men every day to a front. Yeah, I'm tired of fighting now because there's no answer to war. I want peace for everlasting. I want for peace to be in the country for everlasting.
It began in 1980 with an assassination and violent coup d'etat. The government, in place for 133 years, was overthrown. And for over 2 decades thereafter, Liberia was overcome by civil war. Millions were displaced. The landscape was ravaged by poverty and disease. Hundreds of thousands were killed, including nearly an entire generation of children who had been drugged, beaten, and brainwashed to serve in the murderous campaigns of warlords.
The children here in Liberia has suffered enormously. Many of the kids, they've never done anything except hold an AK-47 and take lives.
We think maybe even up to 15,000 children have been involved in this war. They don't know where their mothers and fathers are. They don't know where their brothers and sisters are. They are so angry about the war. They are so tired. They know the opportunities they've missed, and they want a future.
There was a light in Liberia that shined before and through the darkness. A game that offered a way to forget the war, and for one man, a way to rise above it altogether. George Weah grew up here, abandoned by his parents. He was one of 14 children raised by his grandmother. The only education he ever received was in the angles and artistry of soccer. His only classroom a dusty pitch near his home. And he quickly progressed from student to master of the game. His people would come to call him King George, a title befitting the greatest player Africa ever produced.
Delivered into the net by Weah.
He rose to stardom at home and then internationally. In 1995, he became the only man ever to win the African, European, and World Player of the Year awards in the same year. Famous, rich, and revered, he was distanced from his embattled homeland by miles and stature.
When he called from afar for UN intervention, the consequence was immediate and personal.
Oh yes, his house was looted, his cousin raped, and other family of his were affected. And as a result, they fled, went into exile.
Liberia has been such chaos and confusion, and it has affected George. The scars are pretty deep.
In these years, it was very difficult for me, coming from practice every day, watching television, Liberia on the news, people running away, people dying. So all I said to myself was, look, what can I do to better the situation in my country? I felt that Liberia is my country. That's my country. I must come back.
In 1997, at the height of the war, George Weah did come back, welcomed as a conquering hero. He supported the national soccer team with over $2 million of his own money. As a player and coach, he led the Lone Star to within one win of a World Cup berth in 2001, reviving the pride and hope that had been lost in Liberia for over a decade.
We started together, we have to finish it.
The team served as a unifying force within that time. Rebel groups, warring factions. Whenever Lone Star was playing, they stopped fighting and then just glued to the TV and glued the radio.
But the war continued. Still, Weah did not retreat to the safety and celebrity of his athletic life. The world's greatest striker stayed home and made peace his priority.
George Weah kept sport prevailing, no matter what was happening in Liberia. And he knows that he has a chance, with his international stardom, to actually keep the focus here for us a bit longer.
In December of 2003, a truce was declared, and Weah's efforts in Liberia have extended to saving lives.
So you guys can have a building for the children to go to school.
He now continues his struggle to restore the country, one child at a time.
Being with them, live with them, eat with them, play with them, I will know exactly what is going on. This is reality. I can run for reality. Every Liberian loves sports. So I know sports can play a vital role in the country, in our peace process, and sports can help the discipline the kids to unify them. Don't you go?
Through soccer, there's reconciliation, that you can work out aggression, you can work out competition, but you do it within a legitimized structure, that it's talent that ultimately makes the decision here. And that's why George Weah is a symbol, that you can do it, that there is hope.
Peace to Liberia! Free education! Disarm! I want to say thanks to you all. God bless you, and I'll always come back.
He came back because it was home. He stays because helping Liberia is now his life. Evil men had forced the children to act as weapons of war. An honorable man has invited them to serve as instruments of peace.
If you make a stand in this world, what you find is soon you aren't one man, you have a crowd around you. And I think that George has managed to rally people to the cause of peace, stability, and to the future of Liberia.
He represents the glory, he represents the aspiration, he inspires.
It's an overwhelming responsibility that he has, but he bears it very well. He came back at the time of disarmament, kept his promise. He's making other promises, and I know he will come back and keep those promises again.
The international community is here to help us. But what can we do for ourselves? What will we do to protect our nation? What will we do to educate our kids? What can we do to bring about peace within ourselves? That's the question. It's in my soul. It's in my blood. It's part of me. I can never give up on Liberia.
I can believe George because he's a man. A man do by a word. Yeah.
Free education. Free education. Disarm. Disarm. Peace to Liberia. Peace to Liberia. Peace to Liberia.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present this year's Arthur Ashe Award to George Weah.
I'm honored and grateful for this award. I've won many awards in my time, but this is the greatest achievement of my life because it stands for true humanity. Standing beside me is Hilton Hugo and Princess Soiree. These beautiful people never met eyes to eye. They always fought against each other. He fought at the age of 11, she fought at the age of 12. It's so devastating. The kids are here today to say to you people they are innocent and are very sorry for the horrifying images they saw during our Liberia civil crisis. All they want today is to be educated, to be reintegrated into society so they can be people tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, let us find in our God-loving hearts to help the kids of the world, to help the kids of Liberia. Finally, I want to say to all the award recipients, congratulations. God bless you all. I love Liberia and Liberia forever. Thank you.
My fellow Liberians, I'm Attorney Daniel C. Gayu Jr., Deputy Information Minister of the Republic of Liberia. It's time to review President Weah's work done through the Ministry of Youth and Sports. President Weah has launched a $22 million USAID-sponsored project to provide 21,000 youths in Monserrato, Grand Bassa, and Lofa counties with technical training and mentoring. The YAP project launched last year will also assist about 8,000 TVET graduates transition to employment and entrepreneurship. To date, 3,287 youth have been impacted. President Weah, with support from the World Bank, CEDA, and ADF, has rolled out the $42 million Realize project to benefit 53,650 vulnerable persons in 14 counties by increasing their access to income earning opportunities and by expanding their income and livelihood support. Currently, a total of 5,000 persons have enrolled for temporary employment support, while 2,800 persons have been provided grant support for business startup. President Weah has secured $26 million from the European Union to support technical and vocational training sector to increase youth employability and entrepreneurship. Under this project dubbed Youth Rising, President Weah has constructed a welding and fabrication workshop and has renovated 6 other workshops at the Monrovia Vocational Training Center. He is renovating the entire campus of the Tumutu Agricultural Vocational Training Center in Bond County and has constructed an additional workshop there. President Weah is renovating the Business Domestic Occupational Center while constructing additional classrooms plus a hospitality center. All of the workshops are furnished with new state-of-the-art equipment. Under the same project, President Weah, through the Ministry of Education, has granted high school-going youth more access to technical and vocational training opportunities by constructing, renovating, and equipping TVET schools at Cape Palmas High School, Sano Multilateral High, and Jueju Multilateral High. He is renovating the whole Habe Multilateral High, including its workshops. At the Boko Washington Institute, President Weah has established the TVET Center of Excellence, which includes the renovated computer lab, the electricity, carpentry, and joinery, automotive and air conditioning and refrigeration workshops. President Weah has renovated the entire Vonjima multilateral hall and has modernized its workshop with funds received from the Swedish government. President Weah has also renovated the workshops at the William Stockman High with support from the Strive project funded by the French Development Agency. President Weah has recruited 120 TVET instructors for international training. The first 64 have returned and the next 56 are about to depart the country. Through the Strive project, he will build the capacity of 2,000 youths, offer capacity enhancement opportunities for 300 farmers, and provide long-term socio-professional integration of Liberian youth. To date, 5 electrical workshops, including those at Don Bosco High School and LORC Buchanan and Monrovia centers, have been completed. He has ensured the development of an improved electricity curriculum and has strengthened the agriculture and masonry programs across the TVET sector. President Weah's passion for youth employability has resulted into the graduation of 9,785 youths, with 63% of them females, from tuition-free government TVET schools. This number does not include those benefiting from free TVET programs in public high schools. In 2019, President Weah launched the LEAP program funded by the French government. His LEAP program has provided employable and entrepreneurial skills to 11,800 youths in Montserrat, Grand Bassa, and Mangibi counties. The beneficiaries were given small grants for business startups. His LEAP program also reactivated the dormant National Youth Service Program that has recruited and provided jobs for 93 youths in 5 counties. President Weah has reactivated the National Cadet Program that has recruited 246 fresh college graduates to provide them working experience in public and private sector, and has retained 95 of them on jobs in 3 counties. In 2021, President Weah completed a substantial portion of the Youth Opportunities Project that benefited 14,108 youths in 15 counties. This was a World Bank and CEDA-funded project. Under a component, 10,000 youth received labor subsidies and 14,108 received funding for small business support. President Weah also completed a very substantial portion of the AFDP-funded YEEP project to strengthen the capacities of UL, BWI, and NCCC to enable them design and deliver entrepreneurship and employment generation programs for youth. President Weah has ensured the allocation of budgetary support for the Coastal Sanitation TECY project, which provided temporary employment for over 5,000 beneficiaries in Montserrat, Bombing, Grand Bassa, Nimba, and River G counties. He also reactivated the Youth Connect program that has created training opportunities for over 50,000 youths. President Weah has reactivated the Adolescent Sexual Reproductive Health Program, under which he has built a youth center in Tanning, Grand Cape County with support from UNFPA. The center has provided 7,524 at-risk youth access to HR services, and 361 girls have been trained in livelihood skills support. President Weah has refurbished the SKD Sports Complex to meet international standards after the stadium was banned for failure to meet CAF's minimum standards since 2015. Despite the previous administration $18 million refurbishment carried a few years to his presidency, President Weah has added 23,000 bucket seats, artificial turf, press tribune, and other amenities to the stadium with less than $3 million United States dollars. President Weah continues to inspire and support Liberian athletes to reach the top levels of their sports. Liberian athletes won 21 medals at the ECOWAS Honor 18 and Honor 20 championships in Ghana, won silver medal in the African Senior Championship in Mauritius, and came second in Africa in the women's 100-meter hurdles. In 2021, Liberia came 5th in the world in 200 meters and 13th in the world in 100-meter hurdles at the Tokyo Olympics. In 2022, Liberia came 4th place in the 200 meters again at the World Games in Eugene, Oregon. This was Liberia's first time reaching the finals in the Tokyo Olympics and the World Games. In 2019, Liberia participated for the first time in the Special Olympics in Qatar. 5 athletes represented Liberia, and 4 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze medals were won. Today, President Weah has ensured that the country is developing sports through the grassroots level, with the LFA now conducting leagues for under 15 and under 17 for the first time in our country's history. Under President Weah, female soccer is improving, with over 12 female teams participating in the National Female League. President Weah has also ensured that Liberia participated in all major competitions since 2018, and this is unprecedented. Thank you, Your Excellency.
In our last Facebook outing that we are touring the southeastern part of Liberia. Precisely, we are en route to Grand Coup County, and we are traveling via Grand Jide on our way to River G, and then on to Maryland through Plebo, and then we'll go down to Grand Coup and do some more information for you coming in from Saxtown in Grand Coup County. Like we told you on yesterday, moving across our path will be unfolding information for you as it relates to the activities of His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia. This president has promised the Liberian people that he's going to transform their lives. He's going to make sure that people who live in very deplorable conditions are having some very good shelter to live in. Yesterday, on phase 1 of our travel, we brought you a layout of what's taking place in a village along the road leading to Zweju in Grand Jide County, a village known as Pella Village. And I'm sure you've been following that video. If not, you need to look for it on our Facebook feed and follow it to the details. Our next stop for you today is here in Tucson. Tucson is in Grand Jide County. It's not a strange name for you. This is the hometown of Slim President Samuel Kanyando. I'm told that in 1980 and up to 1981, when he became the president of Liberia, this is the structure that was built here in 1981 when the late Samuel Doe became president of Liberia. It's situated in his hometown, in his home village. It's called Tucson. We are here in Tucson because His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah have decided to build some more structures for residents of Tucson here in Grand Jide County. A beautiful village here that was once a lively city. Now there's no more. Why? And what are some of the issues? And what are the pleas from the citizens of Tucson in Grand Jide County? We will attempt to talk to some of the elders of this town, and then we will show you the current initiative of His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, who've started building some units here for poor people here in this part of the country. Stay with me. Further, on behalf of my camera team headed by Olin Cooper, my name is Smith Toby here in Tucson, Grand Jide County. So like we've done and always want to do for you is to drive you across this town. It's being here. It's the home of a former president. It's a place where I'm sure you've overheard about, you've talked to people about, and you've also gotten to know some story about it. I'm sure that some of the family members of the late president still live here. I'm also informed that some of the relatives are stayed here. In these butches that we are looking at, I'm told there are structures in these butches that was built by the former president Samuel Kanyando. Tucson is once a city. Now, is it still a city? And like we said to you, it is not an easy thing to see a city once laid out very well. Now here with a lot of horses in this category, and they are hoping that someday their lives will change and they are praying that it's going to change under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah. And this is how Tucson currently looks. But there are hopes for the people here, because His Excellency Dr. Weah is constructing some more new units here in Tucson. We will take you to those units so that you see what exactly we are talking about. So that our camera crew will follow us to the new site. So like we told you to join us, and it's good that you've been following us here in Tucson, Grand Gila County. This is where this billboard is situated. This is the intersection. The road leading on my right is the road towards Tucson. Of course, the city of Tucson, the home of the former president, Samuel Kanyando. And we've been talking to the folks in that part of Tucson. And you can still read this billboard that says, "Welcome to Tucson, hometown of Dr. Samuel Kanyando, former president, Republic of Liberia, Grand Gila County, RL." Even during his administration, people still live here in, my producer says, I should say, laterite, papo houses. And we will show you how life's been here in Tucson and how life continue to be here in Tucson and what is expected to come out in the next few days. Things that people should no longer live in papo houses, but rather people should move into new homes. And what more can the sitting president give back to his people? He's giving them new structures, and so he's hired the expertise of Liberians contractors to do these houses. And we will just tell you what is taking place here. Like you saw yesterday in the village there, the Pella village. Now you're seeing a lot of work ongoing here, and you just have to keep following me. You're going to catch all of the picture shots here in this part of the country. This is Grand Gila County. This is Tucson. And President, we are saying to you, it's no more time to live in papo houses. It's time to move into concrete buildings. And so these concrete buildings are being constructed through the effort of His Excellency Dr. Weah, under the expertise of the Liberian Agency for Community Empowerment. Is here in Tucson, and is giving the Grand Gilans here a different taste of life. It's giving them a different feeling of his administration. And they've said to us here since our arrival here in Grand Gila that they are so happy that the president is thinking about them here in this part of the country. They are no longer going to be living into papo houses, but rather you see them living into beautiful homes, construction going very well here. They used to live in houses on the screen like you see that one. They will be living from that kind of a structure into these structures in the next few days. And the president is actually happy to see that his promise to Liberians, especially people who just cannot afford to live in these structures for any other reason, will be living in them sometime very soon. This is taking place here in Tucson, Grand Gila County. And our team is heading towards the southeast, especially towards Sastan, and we've made a stop here. We've made a stop here to see the load of work taking place here. And it's going with a very good speed. And one of those who helping supervise this job comes from LACE. And of course, they are the implementing a partner to the president on this project. And let me talk to this gentleman who is the lead supervisor here. What is your name?
I'm Fanny A. Jackson.
Fanny, how is Tucson, by the way, with you?
Tucson, we're doing fine here. Everything is okay.
So how long you been here?
I've been here for a month now.
A month?
Yeah.
And when did this project start?
We started the Pele village on the 14th of March. Start March 14 from Pele village, and then we extended here.
Okay. So how many of these units we expect to see come out here along the road here in Tuzon?
Definitely we're doing 7 building here. Okay, in Pele village we did 10. So we're moving forward to Pelezon and Gbagbo's town.
Oh, so you are doing structures along the road. So where is Pelezon?
Pelezon after Dreju, when you take Sando Road, there where we're going from here by next week.
But next week you put some more structures in Pelezon. And from Pelezon you go to Gbagbo's town. Okay, and how many of these units we expect to see there?
I will be doing 10 to Pelezon, then Gbagbo's town will do 8.
So as you come to start a project like this for the president through Liz, we'll be following you at some of the project side. I want to talk to the mayor who's been following us as well. So he's coming, he's making his way to us. But this is in Tuzon, and President Weah is about to give back to some grandchildren here because Tuzon, the former home of the former president, and let me talk to the mayor who is now the mayor of Tuzon, Tuzon City. And can you just call your name again for us?
I'm Honorable Sam Roland Doe, City Mayor of Tuzon City.
So the Doe name you carry rings bell. Any connection to the former president, Samuel Doe?
Surely, he is my first cousin. Okay. His father is my father from the same parent. And during his administration, I was assigned with him with the Special Security Service as mayor on the presidential advance team.
And share with us some of your time on that advance team, also the family member and a part of the elite service to the president security detail.
Oh, thank you ever so much. During my service with the Special Security Service, I was on the presidential advance team. And when the president is going anywhere, I will go on advance. And if I reach there, when the place is not suitable, I will call back. Now you can always listen to say that the president ought to go to play the ball. He is not going, someone is going to the debtor for him, which means the place is not safe for him. Okay. And also, our president now, Dr. George Manneh Weah, when he is coming down to play football, those who send me to Rawafi, I used to go there to receive him, along with the man who now the asset director, Trokon Rawa, and his deputy director, Henry Waller. We used to bring him carrying directly to do at the executive mansion.
So this connection between former President Samuel Doe and President George Weah started very long.
Surely. It started ever since when Doe was president. He took His Excellency Dr. George Weah as a unsaid son. Where our president is today, it was Doe the one that pushed him there before reaching at this stage.
Okay, so now you are the mayor here in Tuzon, where the former president also has some properties. People been living here in Papo houses for a very long time. The current president is giving back. That's what we're seeing here. How do you feel?
Oh, I'm very happy, overflow happy, because during the war, because of some differences, those enemies of progress came and destabilized the government of the late Samuel Kanye Doe. Levin came down on the side and damaged all the property to just destroy his legacy. And I'm very happy today for George Manneh Weah to come to our rescue, because the past government never thought on the Tuzon City. And Tuzon City became a city 1986, October 22nd. And because of recent bad news that are very sad, Tuzon City was not recognized. But when our dynamic President came and visited the ACA, and he saw that Tucson was city. He went and appointed me as city mayor of Tucson City. Okay. So we highly appreciate him.
Okay. So these units that you see in here, has it come at the right time for the people of Tucson?
Right time, because we were crying, but no one to come to our rescue. And because of the cordial relationship that between the late Samuel Canyon Doe and our current president, His Excellency Dr. George Weah, George Manneh Weah, and the citizen of Grand Gita, it told us why to make her to feel pleased, to still believe that we still have Samuel Canyon Doe with us because of his presence. And today, you can see these modern houses being built here. So we are very happy. The citizens of Tucson are very happy. And now what we are concentrating on again, we are kindly appealing to him. I think he also said you went in a big town there. We got some structures in the bushes. Tucson was a city that was next to Monrovia.
Today, it's time to look at his achievements in the education sector. By 2017, the number of school-going persons had increased since the end of the Civil War, but the learning outcomes were poor. Many parts of Liberia were without high schools, and children who attended classes in dilapidated structures were taught with inadequate materials by many demotivated teachers who were irregularly underpaid as low as 2,500 Liberian dollars as a monthly salary. With few weak regulatory mechanisms in place, the unprecedented repeated mass failure of students in WAEC and UL entrance examination consistently exposed the failure of the government education system. President Weah's predecessor had conceded to these enormous challenges and had publicly confessed that their education system was a mess. President Weah inherited a mess and immediately started to reverse the downward trend the education sector had taken. President Weah immediately lobbied with GPE for $11 million to support early childhood education in 6 counties. 300 in-service teachers and administrators were trained, and grants were given to 550 early childhood education schools for learning materials. President Weah has also addressed the secondary education challenge. He has attracted $47 million from ADA to enable him construct 3 model high schools in Banga, Kakata, and Ganta cities, and is rehabilitating 156 public schools across the country. He is smartly using the funding opportunity to upgrade about 25 public junior high schools to senior high schools to ensure that each education district in Liberia has at least 1 public high school. Construction works are ongoing at the 25 following schools: Dua Gatton and William V. Stockman in Nima County, Nomo Port Central, Draw, Gibsonville, and Troy Public Schools in Sano County, Barakan, Boning Camp, and Guiado in Maryland, Chibo Camp, Tom Y, and Koyan Camp in River G, Joseph McGill, Bella Fasama, and Gaga Bukita in Bapulu County, Orange Grove, St. John, and Guillotin in Grand Bassa, Bojize, Zamitown, and Yakatown in Rivers, Kokoya Central High in Bonn, and Bee Public School in Margibi County. Construction works are also currently ongoing at 18 early childhood primary schools across the country. To reduce the high rate of school female dropouts, President Weah ensured that up to $250 was given as sponsorship from 9th to 12th grade to each of 3,000 girls in the counties with the highest rates of secondary school dropouts. President Weah is about to install an all-inclusive solar panel digital library in 157 public high schools across the country, and users will not need internet connection. All of the 157 schools have received $5,000 each to prepare the rooms to deploy the digital platform. Since 2018, President Weah has paid $500,000 United States dollars annually as WAS fees for all students taking the exam. Under President Weah, the passing rate of students in WAS and other public exams has improved steadily. President Weah has also made the University of Liberia and all other public tertiary institutions tuition-free to grant the poorest of Liberian students access to higher education. President Weah has sent 30% of the University of Liberia Teachers College and the Teachers Training Institutes to foreign graduate schools to specialize in different sectors of education to improve the teachers training program. The 30% have completed the training. President Weah has completed the rehabilitation and reconstruction of TVET workshops in all 6 multilateral high schools. He has rehabilitated all of the trade workshops at BWI and has constructed TVET workshops at the Kipamos High School. President Weah has removed over 1,000 gross names from the Ministry of Education payroll and has added 3,000 supplementary teachers who have irregularly received $2,500 Liberian dollars as monthly salary. Under President Weah, all public school teachers are paid at least $150 United States dollars gross salary. President Weah has established the Division for Disability and Inclusive Education for the first time at the Ministry of Education. And with the support from the World Bank, 40 teachers were trained to improve their abilities to identify students with special needs. To inspire nation building and patriotism, President Weah has reinstated civics education in a curriculum for Liberian schools. President Weah has developed several education policies to improve and strengthen regulation of the sector, including the Policy on Health School Administration, School Grading and Quality Assessment Tool, PTA policy, and Girls Education Policy, which introduced the recruitment and deployment of 200 guardian counselors in all public schools. All of these achievements cause us to forget that COVID-19 disrupted President Weah's development drive for a whole year. But even during the pandemic, he solicited help from the development partners and launched a COVID-19 Education Emergency Response Plan. Under the plan, lessons were aired by radio. 6,000 plus kits were procured. 150 watch facilities were constructed in public schools. Risk prevention controls were established to create safe environments for the speedy reopening of schools. During the COVID-19 pandemic, President Weah also provided relief packages for about 20,000 private school teachers who were not fortunate to receive salaries like their public school counterparts. Thank you, President Weah.
Like we said, you know, the structure that were constructed here, you know, will be turned over to the owner of the unit today. You see those people are here to receive their keys from President Weah.
Like 5 keys, like 40 keys, then they tell the people what to do. They go to the door, you go with seeing is believing. Seeing is believing. April last year, right?
Yes.
April now or last year.
Last year.
You know, as a beginning simple, that's all I brought. February now. February. Started for February 9. February 9 of last year, the president. And the president decided that he wanted to change the community to a community that people can take. People do not believe the president. I don't come up here in your community. No, it's not a lot of president because he wants to take off from here. When the president been to feed the community, but look at the house we're living in. A lot of money. Sometimes the president do things, not do them because of politics. The president promised us, the community, that something for us. Today you can see all the buildings. So we are coming today with a German on behalf of the community. You are here on behalf of the president to present to you the symbolic unit for the first. It's a 30 unit, correct?
Yeah, 30 unit.
For the first 30 unit. The second 30 unit, 20. The second 20 unit to make it 50 is under construction. You see, total one war with the leg shot. Meaning the president get the hand, but then the whole community. So a lot of people now, everybody wants their own house. Yes. There are people who jealous. Now, why the president giving you these houses? Why is it that what made you more special Liberian than the other people? I'm standing here and people don't call me and say, Mr. McGill, why the president giving the poor free houses? What made you better Liberian than other people? But when God says like your time, you know what I'm saying? Other people can buy your law. So we want to join you to tell the president thank you. To tell the president thank you for doing what he has done. Only people who God bless and get God has pregnant. Yes. And God has chosen you. You are the chosen person. Because the president would have joined what you and go to it. Look at all that. The president would have gone there. But God bless you. Say that you're not tired. So on behalf of the president, I want to present it to you. They hold on to give you also. They got to take good care of it. Because they got tendency we can behave in a way when we spend money for something, so we don't know the value for it. So they want our government money, and not government money. Even our government money, it's not special like Brennan or other people. God bless you so you can be here. So we want to tell the president, thank you. So we want to turn the key over to you, Mr. Chairman. You open one of the houses so we can go see what inside. So that Brembo can see what inside. Some people say, oh, I was listening to some of my friends yesterday on radio. They say, we don't know what they $1 billion. But they can see for themselves. That they all have been built. So you'll see that you'll enjoy it. Let God bless everybody. On behalf of the president, I want to tell the key word to the chairman of the community. The far key. Everybody. So they can take a picture of it.
Mr. Matana McGill, the Minister of State. The Minister of State.
No matter how we say it, million times here today, thank you, is not enough. We want to give the thanks and the appreciation in the mind of God. On behalf of the whole entire community, from the bottom of our heart, tell the president, thank you, let God bless you, let God bless the state.
Now we're entering the house to see her.
Oh, bless you.
Now we're entering the house to see what is in the house. The president did not yet build the house. He fully furnished the house and show. So we're now entering to see what is in the house. See how the place is. The place is well. Now you see. Now, oh my God. You see the house? The house is well furnished. I mean, well furnished with everything in it. The president did not just build the house. He furnished the house. I mean, this is unprecedented in our country history. To see, yeah. They were all seeing. I mean, this is unprecedented. Fully furnished. Everything in it. They just come in. The only thing they bring in this house is their clothes. You see the room? Oh my word! There's a bed already in this room with a closet that is already here. The bathroom is also, oh my God.
See how
Another room here also. Another room also here. Another room also here. You just need to move in. With the, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my word. Oh my word. I mean, I see tears in the eyes of the people. The bathroom is also here. I mean, come on. I mean, imagine the people that used to do it in Dudu board. You remember what they call Dudu board? They throwing the plastic, but they no longer throwing plastic. Yeah. I mean, three bedroom, all furnished. 3 bedroom, all furnished. My man, what's your name? I mean, how you feel about this place? How are you? How long you been living here?
I've been here since 2005.
And you expected something like this to come here?
Well, when the whole thing started, we didn't believe it. I didn't expect something like this to come. Actually, now I believe that.
So what can you say to people that say President Weah was never going to do this?
I know President Weah is a grassroots. He came through the sea life, and I know he could do it. So those people that say that President Weah will do it, those are just mere propaganda.
Mere propaganda.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it for you there.
Imagine.
This is it for you there. That's it. Okay, this is Pepsi Yeke. As you know, Pepsi is the hair for Liz. Liz is the one responsible for this many construction that is unfolding in all parts of the country. I mean, Mr. Yeke, what is your take about what this president is doing, especially in terms of the home he's constructing all around the country?
As you know, this is not a surprise, this is not the first home the president has built. He started this about 4 to 5 years back. As you can recall, in Greenfield County, we got more than 285 homes. If you go right here to Beach, we got more than 100 plus homes. You go in Lima, you will see housing unit. You go in Bomb, you see housing unit. So this is a phenomenon. This is something that he has decided to do. And then we'll keep going there and see how we can take our people from kind of a larger property. We all went in the building, you saw what we are looking at. Those are sliding windows. Those are bathroom in the house. Most of the people here will be locked in to use the bathroom. The requirement is to just be living in a facility where the president will consider a home that he needs to be built. So once you are living in that place and then he decides to build your home, then you are actually lucky to be among that home. So there is no criteria said that you need to be from this party, you need to be from this tribe. So everyone else here was given a free home. So we don't know who are the parties of this place. It could be anybody from different political parties. So they did not do it on a party line, they did not do it on nationality, they did not do it on a tribal line.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pepsi Yeke. That was the voice of Pepsi Yeke there, talking about, I mean, like we always said, what can we say better? I mean, I always say this, the president that have come to alleviate our people from...
Through the Ministry of Public Works. Under its ministers, Madam Ruth Coker Collins, have made significant impact in the construction and rehabilitation of roads across Liberia. Here are pictorials of road projects by the pro-poor government.
Got a phone. Yeah, I can keep the blueprint. We will do the work. You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. You can keep the blueprint, we will do the work. How we should call it biomedicine. Everywhere you live, biomedicine. President Weah, you live, biomedicine. Fuck it, you live, biomedicine. Lion of Africa, biomedicine. Africa, black diamond, biomedicine. The face of Africa, biomedicine. Liberia's pride, biomedicine. Bekube, you there, biomedicine. President Weah, you there, biomedicine. Bring itches to our land, you there, biomedicine. Be papa, you not small papa.
Up to 2023, there has been consistent reports published on the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection website. Today, I challenge you to go on the Ministry of Gender website. Since Mr. Boyka came to power, there has been zero reportage, publication of rape cases. The question now is, why is the government failing to report? Why this government since 2024? And my brother, one of our colleagues, a panelist, they shared with me a data. The highest number of rape recorded was 2022. It was the time everybody in this country, they were all advocates, they were jumping here and there. And the number at the time was just 2,708. That was the entire calendar year. Today we are still in October as I speak to you. From our own intelligence gathering, out of curiosity, out of research, we've been able to establish that as of today's date, there has been 2,759 rape cases in Liberia, even though that has not been officially published yet by our government. The reason why they are shooting this report, refusing to publish this report, we do not know. But by logical intuition, given the multiplicity of rape, given the alarming increase of rape, not by ordinary citizens, but by officials of government and government carelessness towards prosecuting these cases, we now deduce why this government is refusing to publish the data on rape. Because if you have a government, almost 2 years, vehemently refusing to report, donors are giving money. Money is captured in the budget for reportage, publication, so that other gender-based institutions, so that women and children protection session, so that Liberia National Police, so that our international community. Yeah, that's the video right there.
Yeah. So this is the video.
That's the video of the current Internal Affairs Minister seen in a room with a girl crying. That's it right there.
Oh my God.
So, fellow Liberians, the video that you are looking at, I'm sorry for just bringing it in. The video that you're looking at is what Honorable Dowa you talk about, where you have the Minister of Internal Affairs, who is a nephew to the president, raping a female. And she crying in this video. So we are going to play the video. The sound is a bit graphic, but don't worry. Just here's the video.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What did you put in right?
Not remorseful. Oh my God.
Holy mercy, I ain't raping somebody for what? What is this? What is this? Oh God.
Wow.
So just to read it, right? So you were talking about why. Firstly, let's assume for the purpose of debate. Let's assume for the purpose of being realistic for a second. Let's assume the individual in that video is not the Minister of Internal Affairs. Let's assume he's an ordinary Liberian. But I'm talking about to this point, the perpetrator in that video has not been formed by the Liberia National Police. Let's assume that person is not a minister. We know he's a minister. We know he was appointed by the president to serve. We know that he should be protecting people, young girls and women. We are seeing abusing broad daylight a girl on camera. She's crying and he's wearing his clothes with glamour, with no sense of humanity, no sense of pity. There's no dollar, nothing to make him sorrowful. But let's assume he's not the minister. He's an ordinary Liberian. That girl still needs justice. Maybe people will say, okay, there are different men over there. Okay, why up to this time? Even assuming, because I listen to them on their show, Cash Reloaded, the Elite Reloaded, I listen to them saying that the individual in that show is not the minister, it's somebody else. Let's assume they are saying the truth. It is somebody else. That person, do they have passport to rape anyone? Let's assume it's somebody else. That girl in that video, doesn't she deserve justice? Let's assume that's somebody else. That person in that video cannot be arrested and located. A Liberian girl, a Liberian lady is crying. She's grieving. That could be your sister. That could be your daughter. That could be your mom, your wife, your auntie, your grandmom. She's crying. But yet, you have a government extremely wholly selective in their fight against rape. So we're just telling you about the report. So I'm telling you why this president has done little or nothing, because he appoints people surrounding him who have the mentality of rapists, who are raping. The issue of rape has increased, and as we speak to you, I'll just give you the number: 2,759. And the link is also in the chat room. You could share the link. You could share it. Now, that's just a report since 2013. And through all our region, you see the data. Whether good or bad, we were publishing, we were reporting. When you report, it suggests that you want to find remedy. You want donors to come in. You want the people to be aware, to be on the alert. You can create hotspots, vulnerability hotspots in the country. You can do a predator map to say in this community, Jopotan, be careful how you go there, because there are a lot of rapists there. In America, it happens here. You know what I'm talking about. If a rapist comes in your community, he will register so that everyone around there will be on the alert. The reason why people can report is for these purposes. Why our government is failing to report, it is not on their official website. It's just so simple to deduce that because they are condemning rape, they are appointing rapists in our government, and they just feel proud. And it's second means, Prince, it's second means this government is careless about rape because they have rapists all in their government. That's just the simplest reason why they are doing little or nothing to fight rape. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Dobayu. This is really troubling. When you look at these reports that are coming up, it's really, really, really troubling. We are going back to the dark days. It's almost like the day where, I remember during the war, where these, rebels, they would just have their will and walk away scot-free, use it to intimidate people and etc. But thank you so much. Let's go to Honorable Abubakar Ba. Honorable Abubakar Ba, you are a father. You serve your country with pride and dignity. Every day people run to you, whether it be a family member or other people in your community. Honorable Abubakar Ba, what is going on? What are you hearing? What is happening with this issue of rape? During the administration that you serve in, there were frantic efforts that were made. There were even phone calls or hotlines, so to speak. But today, the nation is completely quiet. We don't know. Others are saying that we don't even know whether we have the Ministry of Gender in existence. Honorable Abubakar Ba, let's hear from you. What is going on? What are you hearing?
The first thing is that we now have a government of friendship and familyhood. Everyone, almost all of the appointees in government, in strategic areas of government, like the Ministry of Internal Affairs and other areas, the military, the financial areas, everywhere are being controlled by family members of the president. So, like the Ministry of Internal Affairs, you have Francis Sakila Numale, who is the Minister of Internal Affairs, who has desecrated the sanctity of that office that he occupies You know, it saddens me. I mean, the quietude that you've seen, yeah, it's true. All of us, we are concerned. We are concerned about the quietude associated with the issue of rape in this country. This is because you have family members of the presidency. Of course, they are now the ones who, holds the biggest push, the fat bank account, and everything in this country. And so once they come against you, they perpetrate evil against you, they use either money or they use threat to your life. That video was the last video that we saw from that lady. That woman spoke with, she was crying with a lot of pain. Pain and agony, frustration. Since that day, we have not heard or seen that lady. You and I, Randall, you know, we made frantic effort in finding the lady last time. We went to our community and they told us that this lady was no longer around. Even they don't know the woman disappeared.
We don't know whether she's committed suicide.
And so
nobody knows what's happened.
For the community chairman, ask him, Mr. Community Chairman, what is going on? This citizen, we've seen this video, it went viral, we found out this is where she lived, and the community chairman told her that he too is being concerned, but he's scared for his life. Like you are talking about the nephew of the president, who is the Minister of Internal Affairs, who was seen in that video putting on his clothes that he removed to rape a woman. And what was the crime that this woman committed? It was only to ask him, like many other Liberians who are jobless, when they think that you can help them to give them a gainful employment to be able to take care of their family. The lady was asking for a job. He told the woman to come to the hotel. I don't want to call the hotel name. That the lady should come there so that they can have a meeting. And when he quickly invited her into his room, and he did what he had to do. And you know the most annoying part of this whole thing, Randall and my colleagues who are on, that video came out, that incident occurred before his confirmation hearing.
Wow.
That man was able to go to the Liberian Senate, where you have people like Darius DeLong, Yomble Kanga Lawrence, the like of Prince Moi, people who yesterday under the CDC-led government were pretending, the Boto Cannon, pretending to be champion for women. They were all, in fact, they were among the first senators who voted in favor of his confirmation to sit as Minister of Internal Affairs. Our CDC lawmakers, senators, Senator McGill and others, they brought this thing up. And they told their colleagues that by confirming this man to be a minister in the government is an affront to our Liberian women. It would be an affront to our daughters and women that we have as family members and to this nation. But Darius DeLong and others, what did they do? They were championing, they were moving from one senator office to another senator office with humanly campaigning for his confirmation. Today, he's been confirmed as Minister of Internal Affairs because he is the nephew to the president. There are many other things that happen that I know we'll go to the second talking point, which he is also in. Every crime that has been committed in the country, that minister is part of it. Because human being rape, he went to the Senate, he got confirmed. Brian McGill too saw it like a no. Brian McGill, this gentleman who has been working at the Ministry of Youth and Sport, who is a security personnel, he's been working there for years. And this man said that his daughter was raped because the little girl, 14-year-old baby, that's a baby. Or Deputy Minister for Youth Development, he should be initiating programs that tend to uplift this little girl.
Thank you.
Develop her life. But rather, that is the minister who mercilessly brought down the pants of that little girl, forcefully penetrated her.
Thank you. Thank you.
It left time trauma for them. So we are disappointed, but not surprised that the rescue mission that came to rescue every sector of the country has now become a perpetration mission. Perpetrators of mayhem, rape, corruption, stealing, and whatever issue that you think that is of mission to a decent society.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Abubakar Ba. We've been joined by two of our colleagues, Pastor Success A.B. Dennis and Detroit Wilmont. We want to say thank you. You know, he's one of the panelists that's always been here forever. We want to say welcome again. Let's go straight into the issue. Pastor Success A.B. Dennis, we are talking on this issue of rape that is now concerning to Liberia all over the world, where ministers will use their offices in a broad daylight and inflict such pains on our children. And you will have the police using all of the jargons and all of the tactics to invade the law in order to protect people who are within government. Where are we, sir? Let's hear from you in the next 2 minutes. Sorry, unmute yourself, please.
Thank you, Prince, and thank you, the rest of the guys, the panelists, Abubakar, Detroit, Mr. Dubayu. First of all, come to think about a government.
Michael, just to correct that Michael over there, so using his stage name, but Michael.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Just to think about it, a government that is having sex, male having sex with male, sodomizing people in their custody. You think look at their fear when it comes to rape? They don't. Look, United Party sent out a message prior or during the campaign period that the Liberian people did not take to consideration. How many atrocities were committed during the campaign period by the thoughts and the hooligans that white guys put together in Foya and other parts of the country? Look at Queen Johnson being rewarded. And we're talking about rape here? But I don't care. I don't care. Even let's assume that the lady on that video crying was not raped. Let me play the devil advocate here. She was not raped. But the question is, you saw your second cabinet minister of internal affairs let us not forget that the Minister of Information, Culture, and Tourism bears the name Culture and Tourism. But 80% of our cultural activities are conducted in the Ministry of Landsmarks and Internal Affairs. They deal with the traditional people, they deal with cultural issues and so on. Yet is the minister being seen in the hotel putting on his pants while a lady is crying, claiming to be raped. Amen. For the sake of morality, for the sake of decency, for the sake of integrity. What step did this government take? What did they do? They went in thin air. We normally say in office, the firewall, it was thrown under the carpet. They threw it under the carpet, ignoring such a heinous, or crime. These guys don't care. Look, the people introduced their government to the Liberian people with massacre. And we come here, we're talking about rape. The people moved on Timor County over the CDC as the net record. 2 weeks later, or a month later, they were in King George shooting live bullets at the very people that voted them.
Thank you.
And we're talking about rape. These guys don't care, Prince. These guys don't care.
Thank you so much, Pastor Success A.B. Dennis. Let's go to our brother Wilmon. My brother Wilmon, the issue of rape is very serious.
Yes, salute to you. Salute to our new brothers, Mr. Bob, Mr. Michael, my boy Dennis. Salute to everybody and the follower. You please have to share the video. Yeah, you share the video, please. Let me tell you, this is an old story, as Dennis said. Let me remind the followers here. You please read the Unity Party playbook. You read that doctrine. It's a party of violence, serious violence. They don't let debate. The Unity Party don't let debate. They don't go to insult. You see there now from the minister, Jeremiah Pia, Sando Johnson, all these guys insulting what they call leader promise. But you look at the whole structure of the Unity Party from Ellen Johnson, Serif Town. I said, you have to read that playbook. They're not tolerant. They're party of violence. They love power. So look at it. They're trying to drag now Musa Dean, the former minister. They're trying to drag Musa Dean, all of them to court. There's a two-tier justice system in the Republic of Liberia. Two-tier justice system. So no matter what we talk here, they only in favor of them. They will crack down the opposition. Let me tell you, they will crack down. That people call it VLA. That VLA. In our CDC person or the opposition from ANC, from the other party, Gongo, other places, they were dragged into court. They were not even Western. The people keep a wish hunt. They're not governing the country. I mean, I remind Liberians here, the United Party is broke. I told people, the followers, they are here tonight, are living in the West. They have been blackballed. They have been out-taken. They can't receive 2 years now going to Joseph Boakai presidency. What can they say about them? No fingerprint for them. They only come up propaganda that why they got their own station, reloaded, to spread gibberish and lie. They stay in a propaganda move. They're not covering. How we paying taxpayer money to this minister? They establish their own podcast to tell the Liberian people. And look at the podcast. Who other follow a? So you base. They can bring nobody else on that show. They can never. They're not here for debate. Now, why if you look at Spoontor now, the table is turning. Look at the opposition on Spoontor. They can hardly appear. Their own men are brought into power. The state are brought into power through gibberish, lies, all the propaganda. 6 years they've been spreading our country today. What they all come. But the president told the country, I don't like people quick to forget. Our 78th anniversary, our independence, Joseph Boakai told the Liberian people the country is hard. He won't flip-flop. When people condemn the government, the country is hard. No money. Look at the country. Nothing working for the country. They don't catalog nothing yet. No signature project of the Unity Party. No signature project. They were lying. You know what they're not admitting yet? Because they lied to the Liberian people that Georgia never did nothing. We can catalog We get Catholic Georgia project on many fingers. Is there? They made fingerprint in the country. You like it or not? Lord, it's already loud. When they made a rival in the country, it's a signal. You don't have to be a rocket scientist, or you can see the writing on the wall. The only thing will question the opposition, especially the people within the CDC. I've said it on many occasions. You protect your president. That's all. You protect your president every form. The president, if it left with me, the president might even go on country tour. If it left with me, these people are. Let me tell you, I told Liberian people, the only men are standing in the unity party, are standing to damage the unity party with our power of the law. Only George Weah. I'm not condemning the other opposition, they will try. But George Weah is the only man standing. They know that's a fear they get in the country. Look at the arrival of the president. So that thing that happening about rape is a two-tier justice system. We talking, we're not talking. The unity party officials or that surrogate will always be protected. They will wish on the other opposition people.
Thank you so much, my brother. With my take on this issue of rape, fellow Liberians, like my brother Jake said, and everybody, it is not strange to the Unity Party. When you follow the Unity Party history in Liberia, it's a party of violence. It's a party that will use every means at any time to ensure that they get what they want. They will not usually succumb to the will of the people, the democratic will of the people.
No.
Rape is part of their playbook. We saw this during the war. Joseph Numa Boeka, who is accused, in fact, from all indication, a member of the, Lofa Defense Force. Remember what happened during the war? They used rape. Rape was not something strange. But what is even more appalling and fearful is to see a government that took oath to defend the people, a president that stood and said, I will defend the people of the Republic of Liberia before God and before men. To see this particular government will shield the issue of rape, to see that this government will be able to play a lackadaisical attitude on the issue of rape, especially on a minor. Ego, where are we going? To see this government, from all indication, a judge to say now rape has become a league. Almost like they play rape league. They will get a cartel league. Now we get now rape league. For the Ministry of Youth and Sport, it jumped from the Ministry of Youth and Sport into the Ministry of Agriculture. For Ministry of Agriculture, we are hearing now is to LPRC. For LPRC, according to reliable information that we have gotten now, the Ministry of Education also, a DEO, District Education Officer in Grand Cape County. Rape is 16 years old that they are hiding. We'll bring you that information. What is happening, my people? What is happening? And the government is doing absolutely nothing. When you look at all of the graphs, you will see that the issue of rape is not alarming, it's increasing. Like Honorable Doba, you said from the very beginning, look, when you report this incident, as the report continue to flow, it helps to some extent discourage people who are involved in this kind of attitude. It helps to be able to give the people understanding relative to how they can be able to prevent it. It is unfortunate that today the government is protecting rapists in the midst of terrible situation where all of the reports from the international, we have these reports here that we display to you, is sending out a negative signal in Liberia. Amen. For you to even say, okay, let's try to fight this. But the government is protecting these people. Again, fellow Liberians, it is not strange. This is where we find ourselves. We are grateful that we have with us our sister, Ashanti Kruma. How are you, Mama? Welcome. Thank you so much for
so since we have a female on Prince, and for the purpose of the new audience just coming, I will encourage you to replay that tape and let her, from a woman perspective, how she feel. You know, it's disturbing though, but I just want her to talk about the video from a woman perspective and how the government is handling rape.
Definitely. We definitely going to play that video. We're going to play that video. Fellow Liberians, so the video that we're about to play, it is the video of the Internal Affairs Minister, Francis Sakila Nimale, the man who ordered the unaliving of a sedition in Lofa County, Tamamomo, who is today on this video a nephew of Joseph Nyuma Bueka. It's on this video. Again, it is graphic, but again, you know, we got to do it for you. So we're going to play this video.
Fuck yourself. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why did you put it like this? Only medicine and raping somebody for what? What is this? What is this? Oh God.
Welcome again, Miss Kroma. Welcome. I'm sorry. I know it's, you know, it's emotional.
Yeah.
But let's hear from you. You are in Liberia.
Well, thank you so much for the privilege and the opportunity to have me on this platform. First of all, as I was saying that graphic, that sensitive display of a certain government official, you know, involving in such an act is troubling and also saddening. You know, currently in Liberia, rape has become a sport wherein government officials are actively engaged in abuses, especially gender and sexual-based violence against minors. And first, you know, during the Weah-led government, when we were actively involved into activism, we led that of young people on the street to advocate on behalf of rape victims. At the end of the day, the Weah-led government respected our decision, and also the Weah declared rape as a national oh, somebody is on my land.
Prince, I'm cutting off the video you just displayed. Who in the background? Who the men are in that background? Danimane?
Yeah. Yes.
But wait, over Prince. You're listening to me. You're alone with black. I told the people I said the countries, but
thank you, my brother.
Thank you. See that video now, y'all pirating with that video. Now, you want to do with this video?
Before our sister come back,
thank you.
You're not joking.
Something that lady said, I just caught my attention on that video.
I'm begging you.
There's something that lady said on that video.
Just a minute, Pastor. President we have in power is a president who has no feeling, you know, or respecting women. Because if you were someone who respected that, he nominated this man. At the time you are not being confirmed, minister, that video came up. He should have withdrawn his nomination. But you will not have been confirmed Minister of Internal Affairs.
It's not late.
The president does not care. So
it's not late.
Our sister is back. Let her make her point.
Okay,
let's make her point.
Yeah, continue, please.
Okay, are you guys hearing me now?
Loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, someone was calling me, and sorry for that interruption.
No problem.
So as I was saying, now you have certain government officials abusing their powers by raping minors. When we were actively involved in activism, especially against sexual and gender-based violence, we demanded the Weah-led administration to declare rape as a national emergency, and which was done. But here we are under this regime. We have seen abuse of power. Not just that, we've seen people in top of offices shielding government officials from being arrested and from facing justice. Like the case of Brian McGill, this is not typical. As I'm sitting right here, my brother is accused of rape. Is currently at the Monrovia Central Prison. What happened? We've seen this girl, the particular girl that accused my brother of rape has come clean and said that my brother never raped her. It was her mother who forced her to lie on my brother. We've been behind this government to accuse, to like relieve him of that particular accusations, but we are nowhere, and they are even asking us to pay money to the government. So if we see these things happening before our eyes, it burns us, and because we are female, we are women, we cannot sit to watch these things happening. But again, this is what we have under the Baka-led government when power or rule of law is no longer an ethics, when rule of law is abused, when rule of law has been sabotaged. So what I can say is it hurts my heart, because not just because I'm a female, but also I'm a mother. Coming up, we were, there are a lot of things that we were introduced to when we were coming up. And some of us, we cannot say we were abused, but some of our friends that we grew up with as, are victims of sexual abuse, of rape. And today, they have not even, healed from the rape or the stigmatization. And today you have people in government raping young women, babies. That is so much, so much disgusting. And what is disgusting? What is disgusting is to see Gogre come backing a rapist. That is the most disgusting and disheartening thing I've ever seen in my life. Maybe one can say that Gogre Come and Bryant are involved into sodomizing young men because it is alleged that Gogre Come is a rape, is a gay. So it is clear that Brian knows something about Gogre, Gogre now it is his turn to back Bryant.
Thank you so much, distinguished colleagues. Because we have other topics to touch, we'll just use the next at least maybe 30 seconds or so. 30 seconds to just kind of like round this whole rape issue up. I have a report here, and this report is really damaging to the extent where in Lofa County, about 500 girls, kids who should be going to school. We are looking at the video where these children are now being forced to go to.
What the president told us to do was that whenever now we just have school reopen, that this academic year has just started, we ensure at the time during the last 6 years that whenever schools are open, there should be no poro or Sunday school open, so that all of the children can be able to go to school to learn. Whenever you have the academic, school year ongoing, like what we are now having from September, there should be no poro or Sunday school open. All right, and then what were some of the things that we also did? We worked with UN Women to ensure that there were some skills, some vocational skills being provided, tie-dyeing, soap making, and many other forms of livelihood to these children or to these young girls and boys, so that they could not be, sending idly if their parents don't have money to send them to school. They were doing vocational things. They were not in the butchers, while their friends were spending quality time, attending to academic lessons. So that report of 500 or 500 girls being subjected to the bush school in the Liberian parlance, to be subjected to the bush school while their friends are going to school is troublesome and it's worrisome, and it tells you about heartlessness and clueless government that we are now having out. They are the ones who portray themselves to be the most decided, the most educated, yet they cannot come up with policy to stop these, poor school operating while schools are open.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ba. We'll go to Pastor Success A.B. Dennis, come to our brother Wilmot, and then to our sister, and move on to Honorable Dubayu. You're listening to this. This is scaring. This is terrible. Like Minister Ba rightly put it, during the operations of school hours, the government said, we are not going to, we are encouraging, let's put it this way, we are encouraging people to ensure that, our children have quality education, that they are prepared, close the bush school. And then when the schools are closed, the children can go to the bush school. But now we are seeing that while our children are going to school, bush schools are open, and they are being denied, the means of education like other, kids maybe in the urban area. What is going on? Let's hear from you, sir. Just conclude in the next 30 seconds or so.
So, Prince, whatever this government is doing, it's not surprising, right? Like my colleague from Euro just said, nothing is surprising.
I'm sorry.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. It's not surprising because we saw these things happening on the watch of the Unity Party. Even on milk, the international community was hugely present in Liberia. All right. We saw these things happening. I can remember at a certain point in time, because Manneh Weah, being the president and being a female, pushed hard for the female generated issues on the global scene. And I think at a certain point in time, it was banned. Today, in this regime, it has resurfaced. Why would you subject children at that age to such a condition? Okay? And you want that girl to have a good image on the global scene. Everything of our government that's supposed to be a morale for our nation as Liberian Gurus to be proud, this government will destroy all. She's on the path of destroying everything to the point that you subjected children on her age.
Thank you.
To such an embarrassing situation. What kind of government in their right senses would do such things?
Thank you.
500 young girls. It's alignment.
Thank you so much. I want to play a video here before we go to, the rest to talk on. And this is the voice of the president. This is the voice of Mr. Bueka.
Children tell market when they should be in school, they should be in school. We will not allow small children to tell market when they should be in school, they should be in school.
Let's hear from you. You're listening to this. Yeah, as you conclude.
Yeah, you talking to me, Prince?
Jake.
Yeah. Brother, that rhetoric from the podium from the president was that flat. Because they just wanted to come to power. People still sitting on the street. People still sitting in the street. Some of my children are going to school. All the things they condemn. Free education, they condemn it. Now, when I told you the society is a godable society, how can somebody be in a comfort of that resident in America or part of the world over in Liberia condemning free education? That's a gift. That's a privilege for everybody. Then when president, through the finance minister, talk about free education, The Liberians don't embrace it. They embrace it because of propaganda, gullible society. They spin it. It went to last. Today, what is the University of Liberia now? What is student unification? What is learning student here today? The soup. The EFF, Economic Freedom Fighter. I know you're portraying yourself to be like Judas Malema. Yeah, Malema in court today. Malema in court. All these things are just still organization. Economic freedom fighter for your people. Gongwa, they were just on our side, they're Guinea. They were all policy hack. I don't respect this guy. They don't stand for nothing. They just want power. And when they from the initial stage of Waka, and they get in to retrieve something, they started going after Finabono, all these people, the Recovery Act, all these. So what Gongwa and now EFCC, the economic freedom for Liberia. It's all of them was a political fact. All of them. So please, so I don't want to dive in. I don't want to dive in our native thing, our cultural thing, because why it is a touching topic. A lot of people say they left for people to discuss it, but they went by that story anymore.
Thank you so kindly. So yeah, we're going to take I think Prince is handling some other issue backstage, so Shanti, you can come in there from there. I can come right after you on that particular topic he talked about.
Okay.
And then Shanti, I think before you come in, you came in a little late. Each of us, maybe excluding women, we from the beginning of the show to our new audience, we introduce ourselves, we give a little background. You just came in the middle of it. Nobody knows Shanti, so maybe you could use the first few seconds to introduce yourself, your background, your career, and your inspiration. Then you can get onto the topic.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Shanti Kuma. I'm a graduate of the African Methodist Episcopal University. I graduated cum laude and obtained my first degree in mass communications. Currently, an assistant teacher and also a Liberian journalist with the Insights Liberia. So that's all for my background and my inspiration. I'm a highly motivated person, and I'm passionate about what I do, especially advocating for the underprivileged and also for social injustices. That's my passion, and that is what I'm determined to do. And on the topic,
yeah, before you go to the topic, Shanti, I mean the only female among high-headed men here, so you like the queen, the princess of the show. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So we want to know who is your role model. Let's just know that about you. Then before now, you can transition into that. And I have to say, do you really just want to be a journalist or want to be a lawyer? Because I see something like that in the background. Though you not talk about that
against the Weah-led administration, the traditional practices of our country. Let us set this record straight. We are not against these practices, but also there should be policies, there should be priorities set aside by the government to ensure that these traditional practices align with, the globalized, sector, because the war has advanced. We cannot keep reducing or declining ourselves, subjecting ourselves to something that the war has gone far and beyond. We have to align with the war. So under Baka administration, this country image continue to decline on a daily basis. That I can see. This country's image continue to decline on a daily basis because these things that they criticized yesterday, here are we. They have all resurfaced. And here they cannot do anything about it. When you even talk on the side of the truth and based on honesty, you have one minister sitting down at Ministry of Information. dismissing and resorting into insults. So these are the kinds of people we have in our governing system. We no longer have people that will look at the truth or accept the truth from rival or opposition political parties. These people, when they were not in government, they even criticized free school. They criticized free WIAC fee. They criticize every single thing in this country. But today, their mouths are sealed. Their mouths are closed. They have shut up their mouth. They can no longer see the realities. They can no longer acknowledge bad from right. So it means that they just wanted to come, in the society. They just wanted to come to power and continue what they said were not right yesterday, because they claim that they are the most quote-unquote educated group of people. But today, everything they campaign against are now no more last in Liberia. So our girls need to to acquire significant education in this country. Because there's a saying that says when you educate a girl, you educate an entire nation. So what are we doing to safeguard the image of our young women? It's not by some traditional, or practices. Yes, we can blame these things. We are taught from home. We are normally taught to be homekeepers. But we should prioritize education. We should not subject young women to reduce them to something that they do not want to be. If you ask most of these young women, that they are forcing them into things that they don't like, they will clearly tell you that, oh, we don't like what is going on. They are underage children, for heaven's sake. They cannot speak for themselves. So if we cannot lead them on the right path, what are we as people of this country? So this government is useless to its core, because they have seen things going on the bad trend and they cannot speak about it. All they do is to sit down, abuse our young women, and also sit down and start insulting when people are even trying to give them honest opinions.
Thank you. Go ahead, Honorable Weah.
Yeah, so on the topic, I think it has been dealt with sufficiently by my colleagues. I don't want to waste my time. If Mr. Boaka can appoint a rapist, it tells you they have no value for women. If Mr. Boaka's administration will look down on female as they have done continuously, it tells you they have no value for women. He drove female from his regime. Emma Glasgow was driven practically from the regime. But this man don't have no value for women. So we know who Mr. Boaka is. So the topic has been dealt with sufficiently. I pity these young ladies who are of school-going ages. They are there in the bushes and they are not going to school. We see money being extracted from education budget and shifted to Ministry of State budget. It tells you that this brother has no value to education. In a nation with immense education poverty, academic poverty, with high illiteracy rate, you shifting money from education to covert and intelligence because you cannot audit the NSA. It tells you this brother's mindset about governance. So I don't want to waste my time on Waka when it comes to his gross desire, his innumerous happiness in terms of abusing women and looking down upon them. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Weah. There is this thing that is happening in Liberia that is almost like becoming a norm. Somebody steals, because other will call it stealing. Somebody say, make it look fun, say corruption. Somebody say, no, out of big war, let it be embezzlement. But somebody will steal from the Liberian people coffers money that is intended for the health sector, money that is intended for the education sector, money that is intended to develop the human resource capacity of our people. Somebody in the broad daylight will steal, and that person will be glorified. And at the end of the day, when he is pushed to the wall, we tell you that I will resign. We saw that with Ami Moda and so many other people. You suspended. Mr. Boyka will say you are suspended. At the end of the day, we just listening to the recent report from the Minister of Finance, Augustin Kpehe Gafwan, who told us, he admitted that indeed they use money. They ain't got no paper. Let's put it in the Liberian way. Yeah, we use the money. We don't get no paper. We ain't got no record. GAC conducted, another government entity conducted a report, conducted an audit on the GAC. On the Ministry of Finance. Honorable Augustin Kpehe Gafwan, if it would be an honorable mentor, yeah, they were off budget spending. Off budget spending in that party. We spent plenty $1 million off budget. It was not budgeted for, but we spend the money. What is happening with this issue of corruption? And members of the Unity Party, they will be jumping and say, yeah, but just Anima Boyka doing something. Oh, what is that something? The man steals, and at the end of the day, he's suspended. Go sit down. Honorable Dwayne, let's start from you. Where are we on this?
Thank you, my dear brother. Let me say this. So let me start from where you were talking about. Firstly, in February, President Boyka, this brother likes to lie. He came on a publicity stunt pretending to be a fighter of corruption. He announced that 455 officials of his government will be suspended without pay. Prominent of those people were the boss of LDC, the Liberia Broadcasting System. There's a guy called Fagon, who is a victim of verbal diarrhea. He murdered run loosely. The Minister of Health, and the list goes on. Their names were on that list. Today, these people are still working. Nothing happened. Everything about Boyka is all about making news and no follow-up, right? This very Boyka, right, according to the Corruption Perception Index published in this year, I think sometime in March, they say 27 out of 100 is what Liberia ranks. So in short, Liberia ranks 135 out of 180 countries in the world. The perception index of corruption in Liberia is so high. Even Center on June 12th this year, Center says 83% of Liberians say corruption remains high, extremely high, most prominently among police, to where you have Blood for Mr. Gregory Kumo passing around and being exceedingly segregated in his quest to fight rape and other crimes around. Followed by the health workers, those women who were saying, you harmonize my pay, I will harmonize your vote. Reports are saying that corruption remains extremely high in this sector, while Mr. Boyka does nothing. More to that, to what you just said, the General Auditing Commission, the GSC is one of those anti-graft institutions enshrined in our Constitution. It is a derivative of the Constitution, directly from the best of the people, not an act. GSC.
I'm a United Party partisan from local country.
So how long have you been selling here?
I've been selling almost 3 years. Not even 3 years, but I can't remember. But almost, yeah.
But you've been selling here for a long time.
For a very long time.
Yeah, so how was things during President Weah town?
It was smoothly moving. Oh, small, but for now, benefit. As you can see, since the morning, we not even sell one customer.
So since this morning, and then nobody has bought anything for you here?
Yes. Police can take your market. They expect you to free,
Okay.
Since the morning, nobody number. So are you free? You leader, I will get taken out my
Wow. So now, will you prefer President Weah coming back?
Oh yes, I'm a United Partisan.
Yes. But now if election is here today,
I will vote President Weah.
President Weah?
Yes.
So you are United Partisan?
Yes, because of what's going on now. The relegating us, yes.
Yeah, economic condition is not better.
Oh, yes.
Okay, your name again?
I'm J. Kamara.
I'm not J. Kamara.
Yeah.
Thanks for having you. So ma, how everything? How's the country with you now?
The country too hard. Now la to my son. The country hard. Can you imagine? My children coming dre. The old shoe that on the bed I take from there. Doing Joya time. Yeah. I will buy different things. I will come at shopping. I buy different things. But the old shoe, yeah. I come from Brechin now. I'm going to put it on the green tray. So tell me now, what the facility now I will go on in the country? It's too hard.
So you saying that what you were promised by the Joseph Yuma Baka government, that is not what you see?
Nothing. I'm not saying nothing working. Nothing working, brother. I will not lie to you.
So what do you prefer now? Will you prefer George Manneh Weah coming back?
I say I prefer 100 times. You know what I will tell you? My chicken, my dog, everything waiting. Now.
Everything waiting.
I say everything waiting to vote for George Weah.
Wow.
Yes, because I know the interest are in him, and I know that God sent him.
Okay, God sent him.
Yeah, God sent him.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So how is business going? How is business?
The business is not really improving.
So now you've been selling here for over some years, and so during the regime of George Manneh Weah, and as compared to now under President Joseph Yuma Baka, how can you compare business?
You can't compare it because I can remember 2017 when George Weah became president for Liberia. As of the time I start making money on my own. I even bought Lendy. But anytime you know the party people come in power, something very hard. As you can see me, this is not my body. Things are hard. Yeah, so from the economic situation, the economic situation for presently, this regime is very hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
So it was quite better doing George Manneh Weah
down now.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you are grading the two government, who will you grade higher past them first?
I will grade George Weah government 100% than this government 10%.
Okay, thank you so much. Your name again?
I'm James Fire.
James Fire. Thank you. So how is business going?
Thank God, my man, you know now.
So you still a Joseph Baka government. So doing George Manneh Weah, how was business with you?
Business was already know what to say. Well, this number no business, but to say one thing is that I'm playing.
Wow. So are you saying now it's better than Joseph Yuma Baka time is higher than President Weah time?
Very, very hard. To prepare George Weah than one George Weah again. That will come back.
So are you calling George Weah back? So if election is to be held, who will you vote for? George Weah?
I vote for George Weah.
Wow. So if you have to grade the past regime and the current regime, how will you grade them?
The past regime, I will grade the past regime 80%, and this regime, I will grade this regime 50%.
Thank you so much. Your name again?
I'm Moses.
Moses. So like the regime of President Weah and now under Joseph Yuma Baka, how can you compare business? How was it during President Weah time and now how it is during this administration of Joseph Yuma Baka?
Well, the business sector now will find it difficult because of the US rate.
Okay, because of the
US rate. Because when the US go up, you find out people and to buy can be difficult. When the US rates come down, you can find the liberty plenty in the market so everybody can buy. But for now, the US rate is high.
But what do you think is the cause of that?
Well, we can only blame the central government for that.
The government. So how is business with you currently?
The business is not going well now because in the government we're finding more difficulty.
So during George Manneh Weah time, how was your business?
During George Manneh Weah time, at least business are going on small while managing.
You're managing.
Yeah.
So now, if you have to compare the two governments, who are you grade as far as your friends?
Yeah, I'll grade George Weah government because this government who thought that this government will come to bring things for us, but we see now everyone are going. I log on seeing business people are not even there getting what they need in a business. Business going afloat.
So how was business today for you?
Yeah, at least I think what God gave me today, at least I in 5,000. Yeah, at least I can manage. And I saw a business I said I come to farm a daily bread.
So you say at least you in 5,000. So
yeah.
Do we George Manneh Weah time when you come in the market here in Douala market and sell usually by the evening hour? How much you used to carry home and when you live in the market?
Yeah, during Weah time, at that time, at this hour, I used to generate almost 20,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's wide range.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you again. So how is business moving?
Oh, really? It is not fun.
Okay.
But in everything, we get gotten for the movement. But the government is not doing well for us.
Yes, so during President Weah time, I think that was the time you started selling here. So how was business back then as compared to now?
Oh, Weah time was very great.
Okay.
It was very great because when you can't sell, end of the day, you know that you're going home to your family. Okay. But for now, it's very difficult.
But what do you think is the problem now? It's very difficult.
The problem from the government.
Government.
Because there is no job for the youth, there is no job for our parents, and even they are putting our people down, our parents are crying, so people will take pay, they will come and buy, they are not taking pay, so really, we are facing a lot of pressure in the country now.
So how can you grade the two administrations, Joseph Manneh and George Manneh Weah? How can you grade them?
I grade George Weah government as one.
Okay. Thank you so much.
100%.
Your name again?
Philip Manneh.
Philip. So how is business moving?
Business high.
Business high. Yeah. So what is the cause that business is high?
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg the money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.